just not instilling any confidence in that back four.
Yeah,
if you're playing as me as a defender, like I played defence.
Yeah, but no, you're right, mate. You're shaky. You know, if you've got a goalkeeper behind you who is a shaky goalkeeper, and you're defending, you don't want to let anyone past you. You start overthinking everything, overthinking your pass.
To the keeper. He's not good with his feet either. This geezer, I don't know where they got him from. I know he played with Manuel Pellegrini back in Malaga. Apparently.
Okay.
They got him in, and the guy just does not look confident himself.
Why do they not bring the other boy in, the one that played league football? I mean, I saw him on the bench.
Davy Martin, he's not played a Premier League game yet, but I think all the West Ham fans are calling out for him to play this weekend. It is Chelsea, it is at Stamford Bridge, it will be a risk, but nothing else is working.
But from a fantasy perspective, have you chosen this game because you think there's a lot of goals here for Chelsea?
Think there's a lot of goals, I hate to say it. But at the same time, even if there is a lot of goals, I think West Ham, if there's ever a time, it's a London derby. If we're going to make an impact and try it and prove to the fans, to the manager, to everyone that we are still in this fight and we are not just slipping and sliding down that Premier League table, because we are in a relegation battle now. Let's not kid ourselves, right? So I think there will be goals. I think West Ham will score in this game. I don't think Chelsea will keep a clean sheet. Haller the Hammer needs more support up front. I think Antonio was a rare sunshine when he came on, coming back from injury.
Yeah,
he was the only player, apart from Declan Rice. I know Jimmy, we were chatting before the show. Declan Rice was definitely West Ham's best player on the pitch. Going over to Chelsea, obviously Mason Mount. We all love to Mount. Abraham.
He's on the bench though, wasn't he, against City? Didn't come on.
Yeah, and I think that's because of Pulisic. I think Pulisic has become the main man now. Really, he's become that new Eden Hazard role at Chelsea, and he's really started to play well. He's picking up points, and for FPL managers, I would be considering putting him in my team. So, in terms of a score prediction, I think yes, Chelsea will win. I think it will be a 3-2.
Okay, so you can see goals in here, you can see points here for our listeners, and you're telling us a bit of Pulisic, Abraham, Mount still worth it, you're saying?
Yep, absolutely. I think Haller the Hammer will get back on the score sheet. It's about time he scores. I'm not throwing the towel in with him yet. I think he still has got qualities to be a Premier League striker. I think he needs to get a goal. You can see Haller, Antonio getting points there, but Chelsea ultimately I think they will prevail. They just look solid under Frank Lampard.
I think there are points there. Chelsea probably good team to get players in from. At West Ham, I take your advice. They might score one. I won't be putting West Ham players in, but absolutely. Antonio could be worth it. Neil Van Dijk, any game that pops to you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually not going to go for the Liverpool game because I think we're not
too easy, wouldn't it?
It's too easy, but I think we're just we're doing the right thing by kind of just getting by, to be honest, and grinding out results. And I actually am going to steal Captain's thunder and talk about Spurs, to be honest, because I think to be honest, this is going to be Spurs' first home game under Mourinho, other than obviously the Champions League game that was today. To be honest, I think Spurs-Bournemouth has been, especially at home for Spurs, has been a high-scoring game for Spurs. I think that's going to continue, to be honest, that history. You got to look to players that we spoke about at the top of the show, to be honest. I think, Son, he's definitely going to be one of my captain picks for this week, and Dele Alli as well, to be honest.
The way Spurs played against West Ham as well in the first 60 minutes, they were absolutely
very attacking. And I think they're going to be too much for Bournemouth, to be honest. And naturally, they're coming off of a first away win against West Ham. They've won and qualified for the last 16 in the Champions League. I think they're going to have a good result against Bournemouth this weekend. So definitely can see points there for some of the more attacking players for Spurs. I wouldn't really kind of put your money on Bournemouth defenders or Callum Wilson. I do think Bournemouth will score, but
I think Bournemouth players out is what I'm hearing. Bournemouth are they're heading down the league, 2 draws, 2 defeats, and 1 win in the last 5. That's what I'm hearing from you. I think.
Yeah, great.
It was 5-0 last season, lads, at Tottenham's ground. against
to
Bournemouth.
Spurs.
To Spurs,
Yep.
yeah. 5-0. Son got a double. Lucas Moura, Harry Kane, Christian Eriksen, they were all on the score sheet.
I mean, that could,
I
I
think
could
it's
see
really
history
similar.
repeat itself. Yeah.
I mean, but this time, like last month, you might not be saying that. I think
Yeah,
they're
it's
on
the
this
new
sort of,
manager, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
on this honeymoon
honeymoon,
period,
yeah.
if nothing else. And yeah, I
That's
think
the
it'll be
time to back Spurs. Right?
yeah.
That's a good shout, Neil Van Dijk. I like that, Mr. Captain Russ. Tell me what you think, mate. What's your game of this week to look at? Where's their points for our listeners?
I suppose, like, with my fantasy league football hat on, let me just go and get it and put it on. Hold on. Alright, it's on.
Hurry on! Think all day.
It's on. Right, okay, because I've got like two Man City players. I suppose better talk about them because, you know, they're playing Newcastle. You know,
Away,
Newcastle lost 2-0 last weekend to Aston Villa.
Yeah.
You know, Man City have got something to prove. I don't know. This is probably their last shout. I think if they can't get a decent result against Newcastle, who lost 2-0 against Aston Villa last weekend, then they're kind of FUCKs, aren't they? Really, they've proven they're not going to go anywhere. And the reason I want to talk about them is because I got Sterling, and I was thinking about getting Sterling out. I'm going to keep him for one more game, see how he gets on, and then start moving Man City players out if they don't get a result. So I'm hoping Man City, even though I hate Man City, get a result.
Yeah.
I'd rather Newcastle win personally. I'm hoping that Sterling's going to get a goal, if not a couple.
Newcastle are pretty hard to beat at home, though, mate.
So, you know, this would be interesting. It'd be an interesting game.
Newcastle beat Man U at home, and
Newcastle beat
year.
Man City
I get
in
that.
2019.
But,
this year.
yeah, I mean, they can do it.
So, Captain, Newcastle Man City is what you're calling as the game to look at. I think Newcastle at home are a different sort of team, but are you saying with Man City, Aguero's out? Are you calling this for listeners because you think there's points for Man City, maybe Jesus coming in? Or do you think that you're just calling it out because it's a juicy fixture and not really that many points there for people?
No, I think Man City have got to turn it on. They've got to go out with all guns blazing. Sterling needs to sort his performance out. He hasn't been playing particularly well for a good few weeks. So yeah, I mean, I was at 2 points last weekend. I've had him just sitting around in midfield, not doing anything really. You know, I'm sure, you know, if he's not already out of most FPL teams already, I'm sure many people are thinking, give it this weekend, see how it goes. The thing is though, it's really difficult at the moment because Mane is soared up in price. He's now the same price as Salah.
If you didn't get on the Mane bandwagon, you've missed it, haven't you?
I'm thinking maybe I could get Sterling out and get Mane in, but Mane's actually more than Sterling now, so it's not a complete, unless you've got some money in the bank, you can't just do a straight shot swap. So
Mahrez turned up at the weekend again. Magnificent Mahrez. We were talking about him, a few game weeks ago. He got 10 points at the weekend. Do you think people will be getting him in? 3.6% owned? Probably not, right? It's too much of a gamble.
It's a strange thing with Man City because I don't feel confident in them, yet they've won 4 of the last 5. They are a good team, and we're here.
Because of the chops and the changes.
Yeah, it's
Bernardo
just
Silva didn't play.
Well, he got done, didn't he? He did a tweet, and it was.
He got a racist tweet against
So is he
Mendy,
officially out? Because he's not showing as banned, but was he?
Yeah, he wasn't allowed to play.
Okay, right.
I mean, that's what you get if
So
you're
maybe he'll
racist,
be
mate.
back
We've
in.
spoken about it before.
Maybe that's why Mahrez came in then, right? So Mahrez came in, got the 10 points, but then does Pep stay with those Bernardo Silva owners? 10.6%, all right, not tons, but do they stick with Bernardo Silva, think he's going to come straight back in the team, or do they think Mahrez is going to?
This is my difficulty. This is why I can't understand captains sort of pull out of this game, because to me it looks like firstly a banana skin for Man City going away to Newcastle, and you just don't know who Man City are going to play. They probably will play Sterling now, and I can see why captains called it, because Sterling might well go up front and end up with a hat-trick. So your sort of jerk reaction to remove Sterling could be a bit of a bogey decision, but we'll see. He's not in form, he's not been scoring.
I've got a feeling it will be. And Jesus, we were talking about John McGinn fanboys team Obviously Aguero's going to come out of that team because he's got a long injury layout. Jesus, 9.5 million. That's a great price for him. If he's playing every single week,
especially if you had Aguero and he was almost 12.
Exactly. Jesus is going to score.
Okay, so Jesus or Sterling, we're chatting about that Man City game. I still love De Bruyne. He's brilliant. Newcastle, I think, will lose. It is a risky game, but that's what I'd leave that one at. And I'll move on to Patrick Vieira once he gets off the phone from that new deal. The new deal at what's the new stadium? It's not Highbury anymore, is it? Where are they? Emirates. Sorry, Arsenal fans.
We're still in battle. But
what's your game, mate? What are you looking at?
You've picked all the juicy ones of the.
There's a few. There's quite a few in there.
I'm going for bottom of the table, Southampton versus Watford. So it's a fight for
relegation.
Right at the bottom.
This is why you're at the bottom, mate.
Well, yeah, but
there's no points in that one.
We've got like someone like Ings.
Okay.
You could pick up it. And if you need to put in like a half price, forward.
You
could get something in there.
Yeah, I mean,
you could pick up a few points.
Deulofeu a couple of 2 game weeks ago, absolutely smashed it points wise. So I mean, if Southampton are as leaky as they have,
I may have to eat my words, but I feel like this is a 0-0.
The last 3 games has been 1-1, 1-1, 2-2. So they've all been draws. Let's go back
draw written all over it.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
There's been a lot of draws.
You don't want to captain any of them, but if you've got any of those players on the bench or in your squad, then
Danny Wings
you
at
could,
home.
You could, put them in there.
I do like that outside thinking, like the Ings, maybe the Deulofeu, Andre Gray.
That's what's moving me up the table. I tell you.
It is.
Slowly but surely. It's a marathon, not a sprint, right?
That's right.
I might be made to eat my words there,
Jimmy.
Patrick. You are moving up the table, and I didn't mean to cuss you, my boy. How's baby Raheem over there?
Give him some milk.
He's very thirsty.
Jimmy,
Oh, gents, what an absolute blinder. Okay, guys, there's games here and I'm so shocked that Patrick Vieira chose that, because I look at Liverpool-Brighton, it's an absolute gimme for Liverpool. I look at Leicester-Everton, and I look at Man United-Villa. I mean, there's 3 games. I'm not going to speak about all of them, but I think they're 3 games I would be looking at. Mane against Brighton, there'll be goals. Not sure that Liverpool will get a complete sort of whitewash, because Ryan's a strong goalkeeper. Brighton ain't that bad at defending. Liverpool are not playing great either at the moment. But you're grinding the results.
You can rely on someone like Mane, who's with Salah out and not on form. He's your pick.
Then the other one I'd look at, Man U, Villa. Man U are at home. It's a newly promoted team. They played Sheffield United last week. They didn't do well, 2 down. Got to 3-2, drew 3-3. This one at Old Trafford, Villa coming in. Villa are really, and I said it a few weeks ago, as a Villa fan, I would be loving where my team are right now. 15th, not great. But I would say better than expectations, and they're looking good.
Better than the team. I know the league doesn't lie, but I think they've played better than what they've.
And a good win yesterday, against
Wesley, not
Newcastle.
Snyder.
Exactly, yeah.
I do think United, though, at home against Villa, 3 against Sheffield United, looking okay. I think Rashford is one I'd call out there. But the game I want to focus on is Leicester versus Everton. I just think with Everton losing to Norwich, very hard to literally lose to the team that's bottom of the table and come out of that with any kind of positivity and feel good about yourself. And the manager's under a lot of pressure.
It could be the nail in the
they're calling for him, aren't they? And Leicester, we've spoken about it. Vardy's looking great. They play as a team, defensively sound, letting 8 goals all season. Really, really strong team. And I think Leicester are going to actually, we saw them do Southampton when Southampton were in a bad way. I've got a feeling they're going to do a number on Everton, and Everton could lose this 4-5-0. And I think, think personally, I think Vardy.
you
Again.
look at the last few games they've been playing the last couple of seasons, you'll see that the results are not like that. They're not. They haven't won like a lot, and I think like last time Everton actually beat them.
So I mean, last year Leicester beat Everton 1-0, but the 2 matches before that, Everton did win 2-1, 2-1. I think the thing is though, it's not
the same Everton team.
Yeah, I'm not looking
It's
at
not the
past
same Leicester team
performance
as well,
anymore.
to be honest.
I mean,
absolutely.
I think the one thing you've got to not get too complacent about looking at is that past performance. You've got to be in the moment, and I've really got to say Leicester are on a high, Everton are on a low.
Yeah.
If you're going to put money on, you would put on this game.
They are
Jamie
completely-
Vardy,
I personally
Maddison,
would.
Tillemans, like all of them. You think it could be a goal fest, like Jimmy said?
That's what I'm
Go.
thinking. Yeah,
Players might want to play their
okay.
triple captain.